I call it Manopause. So this is something that I'm going through the process of, and I'm hoping that the Panchakarma retreat will give me a better insight into how to address these issues. Hi, my name is Richard. I'm a spa consultant, and I thought it was time to experience this beautiful surrounding on a 7-night Panchakarma at Oneworld Ayurveda. I travel a lot, and so this affects my diet and health. And I also have been experiencing over the last few years andropause. So I think with this Panchakarma, I hope to address better ways to look at my diet, my health, my activity, and also in a way to accept the aging process, which is, I think, difficult for some. And I'm hoping that the Panchakarma retreat will give me a better insight into how to address these issues. A highlight for me, particularly since I work in the spa industry and wellness, is the highly talented and skilled therapists that are at the treatment center that give you the treatments every day. Knowing how challenging it is to train therapists and to see how professional they are is a real inspiration and really impressive. I love the rituals, the chants, the mantras they do, and even the synchronization and the four-handed treatments are impeccable. I have to say that that is really something I'm extremely impressed by. I can see how a Panchakarma retreat adds great value to those who are in a high stress profession. And it's really apparent when I speak to the other guests who are also on this retreat, and they are return guests. They've been to Oneworld Ayurveda before, and they're here to reset and recharge. And that's a real testament to the property. As a spa consultant, I've come from a background where I worked in operations in spas and in hotels where I managed retreat. I actually managed a spa in a retreat center and also in 5-star hotel spas. And I'm a therapist. I went to a natural therapy college, so there's a lot to appreciate here at Oneworld Ayurveda. Not only the great therapists, but I have to say, this is not a spa. And as we move forward in wellness is 360 degrees, and I think that's what Panchakarma and Ayurveda is, because it's not just about having a spa treatment, a facial, and having your nails done. Panchakarma and at Oneworld Ayurveda retreat, at Oneworld Ayurveda, you have the doctors that will address your dosha. You're taught about herbs that benefit you. You're given medicinal herbs and treatments that benefit you, not superficially, but also internally as well. And that's the difference. And that's why here, there's not a spa, there's a treatment center, and that is the difference. So we all love spa and can embrace it, but moving into the future, to be honest, I think there's a great future in Ayurveda and Panchakarma. But may I also say that in spas, you often see Ayurvedic treatments like Shirodhara, and they're not authentic, and I suggest that they're not safe, and that some spas, the therapists don't have the knowledge, training and development to understand what they're doing, and this is a difference. So I really note that as a point of difference with coming to Oneworld and to experience treatments in the treatment center. Points that I've learned on my Panchakarma retreat that I believe I can take home with me and use in daily practice. Actually, there's quite a few, I think. I've learned quite a lot. So whether it's spices to use that benefit me in health, whether it's understanding my dosha, as I mentioned before, on how to address my health based on my dosha in a more positive way. How to be more motivated. This is something I actually came to Oneworld hoping to find more motivation in my daily life, particularly with movement and activity. Also, my dietary habit. Another point would be about mindfulness and self-care. And I mentioned already how I've struggled a bit since post-COVID with the aging process and andropause, which I like to call #Manopause. But I've had time to self-reflect and to look further into how to better accept the aging process. I'm turning 60 this year, so it's a big turning point for me. And I'm excited actually now about the future. So I appreciate that from taking that with me from the retreat. I think another takeaway for me is authentically being kind to myself. And that's not about lighting a candle and having a bath. It's more about, the meditation and self-care and the way I consciously think about my health and how I can improve it. And lastly, another takeaway I would say is that in this stage of my life, as I've mentioned, it's okay to release things from the past that don't serve you anymore. And I think it's really invaluable to me to have learnt this lesson and to release it at this time.